Today, I want to take you through the power of having 100 incredible people wrapped around your life and your business, people who will support you in absolutely any way. We'll call this the relational pull graph. So which way you're going to be pulled, and if we think about this here over time, there is despicable me. Oh yeah, yuck, despicable me. And so if we come down here, this is obviously red, and this is obviously green. And at some point in your life, you want to be utterly remarkable, to be this full, amazing human being that you have. But you're going to get pulled in one or two directions. You're going to get pulled down here towards shrinking and despicable, or you're going to get elevated up here to an expansive, remarkable you. Over time, it's just about who you surround yourself with. It's almost impossible to resist relational pull. And you might be thinking, well, I don't have to expand or shrink. I'm happy with how I am. I can just stay the same. The truth is, the same is not acceptable. The same is a life of average. The same always over time. The default is never to stay the same. The default, like if you don't go to the gym, what happens? If you don't exercise, if you don't eat well, if you don't choose good friends, the result is always atrophy to this despicable version of you. And so what we're looking at today is relational pull and the importance of having an amazing 100 people with you. And what we're saying here today is, if we are putting names into our relational equity tracker and pulling names out and swapping people in to make it richer, so your top 100, the question we're asking is, you want less of some people and more of other people. And the criteria we're looking at are rude, cruel, energy is off, no client referral activity. And so if you are surrounding yourself with people who are rude, mean, and cruel every single day, what would the outcome be? What would the outcome for you be? Would you be going up or would you be going down? What would be happening for you? And we're pretty sure that you're going to be in the red, that you're going to be atrophying. And so as we think about your top 100 today, the question really is, who are you going to choose? So a low energy person doesn't pull you as quickly down. Too many rude, mean, cruel people, the arc towards despicability or towards feeling terrible is quicker, right? So we get rid of those people because we don't like that amount of pain. That's very painful, very quick. But what we do is, this is really the line of toleration. And so we will tolerate a really poor circle of people for a very long time sometimes. Or we'll stay in a relationship which is not so healthy for us. And that's problematic, because we know that if we just stay with low energy people, we also will over time become uninspired. So we're either going to feel terrible immediately and it's going to be painful, or we're going to become uninspired over time. And that's why we need to avoid those low energy people, rude people, mean people, cruel people, obviously, because the level of pain is important. But let's talk about people who will never use your services or refer you. So they'll never, in other words, these are people, they're not low energy, but they'll never use your services or refer you. Why are they not in your top 100? Because, hey, they could be great people. They could be amazing human beings. The reason they're in your top 100 is they will keep you average. And so over time, you'll still reach what I'm humorously calling despicable me. Because over time, if you surround yourself with people who will never use your services or refer you, in other words, not supportive, over time, you will give up believing that people will support you. And so when we think about these two arcs that we're on in the relational pull, and we think about who are we surrounding ourselves with, it's imperative that in your top 100, you don't have people who are rude, mean, or cruel, because we know very quickly that's going to be very painful. Surrounded by rude, mean, cruel people, we feel terrible within a day. But if we surround ourselves just with low energy people for us, who don't really just get us, don't vibe with us, over time we're going to become uninspired. If we surround ourselves with people who are not necessarily low energy, but they're not supportive of us, over time we're going to become very just blah, right? We're not going to have a lot of energy. And so this idea that we can tolerate people who are not supportive of us in our circle nearly always defaults to atrophy over time. We can't resist negative people. We're either pulled towards our best self up here, or either shrink towards our worst self. And so I want us to be very clear when we go to our relational equity tracker: rude, mean, cruel people, energy off, no client, no referral opportunity, not good. And then we also just have people who are absent. And they could be absent for a period of time. Not always. But they're not in your top 100. You don't write them off. There's all sorts of reasons for someone to be absent. We don't need to judge them. There's all sorts of reasons why people don't show. But absent people over time will leave you stuck with the rest of these people, right? They'll leave you stuck. Even though they could be a great human being for your business, if they don't want to talk to you right at this point in time, then they need to come out of your top 100, because the top 100 is all about you being pulled up, and it's about you being pulled up now, not in the future, now. Which means your top 100 can change dramatically from 1 month to the next. If someone's absent, they're not in it anymore. And so when you think about the people that are surrounding you, who are the people who are pulling you up now? And if you don't have them, you need to go find them. And so rude, mean, cruel, energy off, no client referral opportunity, absent for a period of time. And when we think about this here, you could be on a journey to being a little bit remarkable. And as we scale our circle, we grow. And so you could have someone here who's pretty good, but you can only handle so many relationships in your life, which means if B is pretty good and C is like compelling and inspiring, you have only the ability to talk to A or B. Because you only have a limited amount of time, you choose to talk to C because it's a better relationship for you. And this is about making strong relational choices and not living relationships by default. And so that's the importance of not understanding that even when you have a top 100 people and they're all good and they all refer you, we're still looking to make it richer and stronger and more dynamic so you can live the very best possible life and buy your ranch house, right? And so that's what we need to understand, is the importance of your circle. It's actually almost a matter of life and death in terms of you achieving your dreams. The journey to building out a rich circle of 100 people who really support you is first around identifying coulds. Because we've not really optimized for relationships yet. So who could give you energy, be a client, refer you, support you? Who could? Because we don't know until we talk to them. And the way we build out our top 100, if you like, this is a line of conversation. Conversations, instead of being a request by you, they're a test. So here, when we're thinking about this tends to leave us in the red, when our mindset for starting conversations online is a request. I wonder if this person has business for me. We tend to be operating in the red because we are giving them all the power. But when we see conversations instead as a test for them, so instead of a request, a test, then what we see is we're able to start looking for people who are great for us. And so the thing that gets you where you want are your conversations, which we're going to start on Monday from now on. And today what we're looking at is who could be someone who gives you energy, who could be somebody who becomes a client, who could refer you, who could support you. Because if we don't get clear on the understanding that it's our choice as to who's in our top 100, it's our choice who we put in our life, it's our choice who we talk to, then our chances of on Fridays finding our co-creators, who we want 20 of those who are committed, influential, and refer at scale, so more than one, often refer at scale, our chances of growing and support massively. We won't find these people unless we create a pool of others who are in our top 100. Most remarkable version of you, Megan, and anyone listening here, is only possible, and this is the lie of independence, if you like, or self-determination. You can't build your most remarkable life without remarkable people with you. It's impossible. You might have financial success, but I guarantee that you're miserable, and we can think of people who are very rich who are very miserable, right? And so your most remarkable life will always revolve around you surrounding yourself with really committed, similarly creative people. And so the way to find those 20 is by building a list of 100 catalytic, energy-giving people. And this never stops. People come in and out of your life all the time. They always have and they always will. But that doesn't change the fact that you need 100 amazing people to run your business. And the way you find them is by being talkative, online and offline. And you go, I like that person could be one of mine. Because you're testing. All right? You're testing. It's all a test. Conversations are a test. They're not anything other than a test. Yeah, you can do all sorts of things and get business from them, but you're testing to see who's here, and then you have another test, and that's how you get to your most remarkable life. Conversations, looking for the right people, finding really influential people who can get you there faster, and then you'll live a remarkable life. Building the triple path, conversations, this equals life. Trying to build it in reverse equals death. Let me explain. If you think that the way to finding 20 amazing people who support you all the time, to start by being remarkable, if you think you have to be perfect before you find your co-creators, you'll never find them. To find my energy-giving people, I need to first be perfect, find 20 amazing leaders in my community, and they'll introduce me to all my clients. And then all my clients will be just wonderful people to talk to. You're getting it wrong, because we're mostly directed by relational pull. And so it's the people who surround us who take us to what we need, which is why it's good to have people on the call, and it's good for me to imagine more. How can we create an environment which pulls people towards remarkable?